It's a daily talk show, episode 459.
From our makeshift studio at the Overlow Hotel in Woolloomooloo.
Or Ovolo, depending on how you pronounce it.
Absolutely not.
Depending on what Insta account you're looking at. Ash Williams, welcome back to the show.
Guys, I'm thrilled to be here. I'm missing The Bachelor for this, so better be fun.
You said you were watching a show tonight. What was it?
Les Norton. It's on ABC. And, yeah. It's all right.
Have you got housemates?
Yeah, I watched it with Joe. I'm living with this new dude. Great guy, love him. And we kind of commit to watching things together. So I just said, heads up, I've got to go. And he said, look, I'll save it for you. I'm like, you don't have to. I mean, it's not that good, but we're going to watch it when I get home. So he's staying up for me, which is nice.
That's so cute. Is this the dude whose book that you...
Yeah, it is. And I still have that book in my backpack. I haven't read it. So that's the Jamie... So when I first inspected the place, I took a book thinking I wouldn't see him again.
Yeah. So you stole from his house?
No, I was going to see him. But like, it wasn't a forever steal. I mean, that's immoral. But like, I was just going to steal it for a bit, read it, and I still haven't read it. But anyway, I'm living there now, so I can return the book whenever, but...
Do you hang out every night?
No. Most nights. Like, the last 2 nights I haven't seen him, so I feel like we need to spend some quality time together. But
whose TV is it?
Everything's his.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually owe rent.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was weird because we're watching Les Norton and the guy owed rent.
No, that's the worst.
It was terrible. And the girl's like, the landlord's saying, hey, you owe rent. And I'm like thinking, fuck, I hope he doesn't fucking realise. I'm like 3 days late.
3 days for, what is it? How, are you paying monthly, weekly, fortnightly?
Well, this is the thing. It's every 4 weeks. So I'd rather it be monthly so you know it's on the 15th of each month. But when it's 4 weeks, it just creeps up on you, like all the time. And you're always, oh my God, it's 4 weeks already. And I know I've still got to pay it regardless, but I just like having the luxury of paying it 4 days late. Do you know what I mean? Just so that I'm in control.
Are you paying cash? how do you... Are you transferring?
I'm nobody's bitch, all right?
No, you're showing him. I mean, I don't know if it's good for the relationship.
Oh, no, I think it's okay. Like, I'm doing things I've never done before in there. Like, I'm cleaning dishes. So I will never leave dishes in the sink because I know that I'm already going to be paying rent late. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you can't be doing too much.
Yeah, pick your battles.
So is it the honeymoon phase that you're in, though?
No.
How long have you been in there now?
4 months.
Okay. So
loving it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I pay $280 a week.
Have you lived...
I got beach views.
That's real good.
Beach
that's
views.
Really great. Is that including internet?
It's everything. Oh. It's Foxtel. It's Netflix. It's
Foxtel
Stan.
and Netflix.
It's fucking all the other streaming. What's the other?
Hulu.
KO.
Hulu.
Not Hulu.
Hey.
Amazon Prime.
We've got Amazon Prime.
Stan.
There's too much content for me to watch. So like I have a full viewing schedule. So when I leave you guys tonight, then my night starts. And then I've got to watch a bit of The Bachelor. I've got some fucking like comedy shows to catch up on. I'll probably got to watch Les Norton. Get to bed about 1. Wake up at 7. Then we're on the gram for at least 5 hours.
Do you share groceries and stuff? Like everything in the fridge?
Fuck no.
Okay. How old is your housemate?
39.
Okay.
Good dude. Quite tall.
He's got a solid job?
Yeah, he works in entertainment. I shouldn't be talking about him. He
Why not?
Just because people don't like their private lives. Like, I like it. But some people are private, and I think he might be.
Okay.
I should ask him.
Have you lived with Ed Cavalier before?
Yeah, for about 3 weeks. So not full on. But that was good. I lived on the couch there.
Oh, was that which house was that? Because my brother lived with Ed.
No, it was after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't pay rent.
And so how many housemates have you had over the years since?
Oh, not many, man. Like, I probably lived in like 10 different houses.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, it does. But I've owned a property. You know, I used to have my life together about 10 years ago, but I think there's something nice about being nomadic.
So what happened? So you owned a property. Where was it?
In Windsor, in Dandenong Road. I bought off the plan.
Is that a good idea, buying off the plan?
You'd think so. It's not if the property's so small that it can't grow or it doesn't have like growth possibilities. This was too small. It was like 43 square metres.
It's hard to tell if it's just on the plan because you can't actually like.
Well, also, I'd never been in property apart from Monopoly, which I was all right at. But my dad called me up and said, "Listen, you need to buy off the plan." I'm like, "Listen, mate, I trust you." Mm-hmm. And then I found out from the builder that my dad, because Dad goes, the deal's so good that I'm buying one too. And I'm like, great, it must be good. And then I found out off the builder that my dad sold his property before the property was finished. And then I called Dad. I said, "Why didn't you fucking tell me you sold?" He goes, "Oh, sorry, mate. I forgot it was time to get out." I'm like, "But I can't get out. I'm in like the first home buyers grant." He's like, "Yeah, sorry, mate." I'm like, "You fucking dog."
And
so I lost a lot of money.
Did you?
But I made Dad pay me like. I called him up. I said, "Listen, man, you got blood on your hands. You got to give me $5,000," and he gave me $5,000. And he told me not to tell my brothers. So anyway, that's.
I don't know if they watch the show. I think you should.
No,
one of your brothers is a doctor.
Yeah, one's a politicians. Also, fuck off.
And so, did you live in the property in Windsor?
Yeah, you had to. It's the law.
Oh, the first time.
For 6 months, there was
I
that.
can't tell
Everyone,
whether you did or not, or
No,
whether
I
you're
did.
just saying that.
No, absolutely, bro. I was working at Nova full time. I was a full time employee. I had
How many months?
At Nova.
No, how many months were you in the property?
18 months.
Okay. Which was the minimum for the first home owners?
No, I think you had to do like, as
Yeah,
you
I
said,
think
I
it
think
was
it was
6.
6 months or 12 months, but I was enjoying living there. It was good. I had Lockie Hume living next door.
What sort of furniture?
hang on, wait, did Lockie Hume buy off the plan, or he owned a
No,
house next to it?
he's renting and he still rents that same place. Hasn't changed. It's like really dark in there. And like literally, like not, I suppose figuratively as well. But but no, I was cashed up, man. I bought a couch worth $2,500 custom made because my place was so small. My stepmom said, "I'm going to send an interior decorator around to your house and we're going to get like a chaise lounge that's custom made." And I'm like, yeah. And then the bill came and it was $2,500.
$2,500 on the grand scheme of furniture is not crazy.
But when you've bought a miniature couch,
Yeah, I mean,
it
it's
just
a tiny,
fits a
it's
place
a
that no
tiny,
one else wants.
tiny
Yeah,
homes
yeah.
are big nowadays. I don't know if you've heard of the tiny home movement.
Caravans,
It's sort
Small
of like
houses,
taxi
like
boxes. Have you seen those
miniature
taxi
houses?
boxes?
Is that just a storage
No,
unit?
that's
People are
storage.
living in them. Seriously, I saw a dude walk out of one in Bondi the other day. He was definitely living in there.
You reckon?
Yeah, it was like a couch and shit, and there was a good setup.
Well, shipping containers. Next week I'm staying at some place in Daylesford, and it's not that cheap, but it's a shipping container, which seems
all-
like...
yeah.
Well, that is fashionable. Like, they're like, my mate's doing that. Do you guys know Reece Ulrich?
Yeah.
Who was on, do you know him personally?
Just say hello when he's in. When I see him in St Kilda.
Oh, so you know him?
Well, I just known him from the years. I met him when I was carpet reporting, and he'd won the
He won Australia's Next Top Model.
Australia's Next Top Model,
Yeah,
and he's
10
got a
years
bunch
ago.
of beautiful kids, and he's
Yeah.
got beautiful hair.
So you're best mates.
Yeah, you would say your mates.
If I saw him, I'd say, "Hey, Reece."
Long
What
story
would he
short,
say-
your
What would he
mates.
say back?
But, hey, mate, he might
Hey,
not
mate.
know
That's
my
actually,
name.
no,
He
that's
might
actually
not
a
know my
really
name.
good impersonation.
Actually, no. I think
No, that
he
was
would-
spot
I
on.
think he
I'm not
would-
even fucking with you.
He's a lovely guy.
You got the tone perfect.
Say hi to him for
so
me.
he's redoing containers at the moment. So he's essentially, what do you call it when you're
Flipping.
he's flipping fucking containers.
He's flipping, throwing
Yeah.
shackers. He surfs too a lot.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
you
good dude.
were in the apartment for 18 months. Any problems? Because we're renting at the moment, and these big apartment
Who's we?
blocks. Bree, my girlfriend.
Oh,
and
so you
I.
guys are still together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all going really well.
Surprising me.
No, but there's been a whistling sound in our apartment block,
Right.
and there seems to be just these apartments all have some fucking problem. Every apartment block has something. In Sydney, it seems like they're falling down at the moment.
And that was
Yeah.
one thing on the news.
No, but I don't care.
Near Olympic Park, there was a huge crack in one of these big
Oh,
buildings.
yeah, that's the, that Opal building.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad luck.
But
It was massive. I mean, you see, it was like a big opal on the top. It was like, it was never going to work. It was like, just fucking science isn't going to back that up.
Do you know what an overlow is, though? Or going, not on Opal, but overlow. Do you know what an overlow is?
Do I know? Are they paying for this, by the way? Is this a branded thing?
No, this isn't paid.
Because I want at least $20 if it is. I guess a Volo it's a gem. It's a gem of something. It's like a fucking egg.
It's an egg, isn't it, in French?
Well, Mr. 97's pulled it up.
A rounded convex moulding.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
an egg?
Yeah. Well, convex is out.
Yeah. So it is an egg. Yeah.
Yeah,
Egg shape.
I like that.
Anyway,
That's cool.
So the apartment was small.
Yeah,
But
well,
was
we
it
talk about
good?
the apartment a lot. I would have studied it. I haven't spoken about this for a while. No, it was really small, and like I had some good times in there. Like I remember I used to sell things, and because I moved out of there because I moved to LA because I was working out enough. You guys know this, but I was working out at the gym with Josh Lawson, and Josh Lawson's I've got a ticket to the red carpet at the Oscars if you want to go. The gifting lounge, not the actual Oscars, the gifting lounge.
What's the gifting lounge?
You get like half price jet skis and like 50% off trips to Hawaii and stuff. You know, you get the fucking.
So it's DFO.
You get the goodie bags.
But it's 50% off.
So you get some like free Swarovski kind of thing.
You to pay for anything?
Yeah,
It's like a goodie bag. It's a show bag for celebrities.
It's the Melbourne show.
I've heard about
You're
getting
missing
the
the
show
point.
bag.
You're missing the point. It's a
But you
big
had to
deal.
pay money,
You're not pumping it up enough.
You had to pay money
No. This is for people invited only
to buy.
to the Oscars, mate.
Okay, all right.
I was
Invited to an
about to drop the
auction.
fucking C-bomb there. I was like... But, so then I'm like, you know what? This is a wonderful opportunity. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to LA.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, I called not the landlord, but my real estate agent. I said, listen, put my property on the market. I'm going to LA. So then I got a tenant the next day.
But you were going for
the gifting lounge.
Yeah, not a reason to sell the
No, it
apartment,
was because
though.
at this stage I'd been fired from Nova. So I was like...
Was that in disgrace, or what was sort of...
I was on 2 warnings, and we kind of both... You know, I knew that if I got my third, I wouldn't get... I got paid out, actually. It's pretty
perfect.
good.
So it was almost like a redundancy sort of...
It wasn't a redundancy. That sounds so depressing. But no. I remember they said... Because I thought I wasn't going to get anything. And they said to me, like... Because they were getting a new team, and I was like...
What were you doing there?
I was basically like Dino on their show.
Yeah.
On Chrissy Seven
You weren't a
Brownie.
music jock.
No. I was like involved with using Kate every
You were
morning.
paneling?
I was paneling, but I was telling stories.
Yeah,
so I'd
yeah.
have a segment each morning, which was nice. And then...
On Ed's show?
Yeah. So that's how Ed and I became close on that show. And then, you know, you bite off more than you can chew. And I said to I think I might have said to the boss, I said, I get my own fucking show or I'll walk or some shit. I don't know. And then, like, they're like, oh, man, that'd be great, actually. And I'm like, what? And then I think they said, listen, we'll you know...
How many weeks' pay was it? Do you remember?
It was like $19,000. And I was like,
That's
I'm the
good.
richest motherfucker in the building.
Is it just a lump sum dropped into your account?
Yeah, I think so. It was massive. And then I was just like, this is so sick. And I remember just sitting there at the cafe afterwards thinking, I've done it.
I've got fired.
And then I was like, now I've just got to spend it. So then I went to
So
LA.
you sold the apartment then?
Didn't sell the apartment, kept it there as a backup plan, was renting it out at a loss, which was...
What was your rental yield?
I don't know, bro. I think it was like, I was losing at least $1,000 a quarter, I think. And then went to LA, blah, blah, blah. And we went out, me and Josh, the night before the gifting lounge, and we got so drunk that we actually missed the gifting lounge. So
no 50% off jet skis.
No, but then I stayed there. I loved LA so much that I stayed there, sold the property, blah, blah, blah. The rest is history.
Was the Aussie dollar good? I remember
It was the best.
Yeah.
It was the best it's
parody?
ever been. No, it was
2012?
over parody.
Oh, shit.
2012?
No,
Yeah,
earlier.
2012.
Because
It was
I went
really
there.
2012.
I went there and I remember paying for dinner, and people giving me cash, and it was like I was almost
Profiting.
making more.
Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. It was already cheap.
It was like a little bit over.
Yeah.
It was like $1.02 or something. It was
No, it was better than that.
Better?
Yeah. Like, I remember paying for a burrito and it was like $3, like Australian. I was like, this is it. I can retire.
Yeah.
On like, I had like, at that stage, $15,000 in the bank. And I was like, I'm going to be able to retire. But I
And
couldn't
just-
because, again, I just got too cocky with the money. I was just buying everyone drinks and shots, everyone. And then I lost
you're
a lot
generous?
of iPhones.
Are you a generous
I'm very
guy?
generous. Yeah. When I'm trying to be less generous. When I've got the cash, I like everyone to have a good time and, let's spend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It makes sense.
When it's not, you can't spend it all the time. I'm slowly learning.
Yeah,
You got your buckets set up?
No, don't do the buckets. I know you're a big bucket dude, barefoot investor.
Did everything work out with you and Barefoot?
Yeah, it's all good. I think we spoke about this last time. Yeah, we're fine. There was he blocked me on Twitter for a bit, but we don't know why.
It could have been accidental.
No,
Accidental
it's a
block.
2-click process.
Yeah, but
I'm
then-
not
He's
starting
blocked.
shit.
who are you blocking?
I'm not blocking anyone. I got off Twitter.
Oh, that's smart, actually.
Are
It's
you a
gross.
block guy? Have you blocked
Yeah.
a bunch of people?
No, I'm not a blocker. I'm a muter.
Okay, so you
Mutes
still
are great, aren't they?
Mute is the best.
Well, mute is the block without the repercussions of a block.
It's-
Well,
without
no, it's
offending
the
them.
passive. No, it's the passive aggressive because when the fuckers are looking at their Insta stories
Yeah.
and seeing who's viewing it, Ash Williams.
Well,
isn't
you-
viewing
when you
this
block
So
story.
who the fuck do you do that?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my
not.
God.
I've done it before.
Oh, right. No, so do you do that, Tommy?
Mate,
I've stopped doing it.
I
You
hardly
can't
do
do it.
any
It's
of
not
this.
healthy.
Nah,
You
it's
can't
not
be
good.
looking at
Well,
who's...
I mean,
if you spend time in what your friends are watching or
the explore feature,
explore
whatever.
feature,
Yeah.
you've got too much time in your hands, and your mental health is suffering.
Yeah.
You shouldn't
Get out
be
of
looking
there.
at any of that. You shouldn't be
No,
looking
you're
at who's viewing your stuff, who's liking your stuff. You shouldn't really even be looking at who's commenting.
Do you write back to
You
people?
shouldn't. I do. So I look at the comments and I try and
Yeah.
whack him an emoji just to try and get my post viral. It doesn't work. No. I've got a mate who is like that though. He'll call me up. We're not talking at the moment, but he's like,
Who is it?
I can't say.
Housemate. No.
Is he in entertainment?
He likes to say he is, but he's not. And he's like, "Oh, mate, you haven't been viewing my stories." And I said, "I beg your pardon?" He's like, "Yeah, it's been like months." And I'm like, "What the fuck? What the fuck's wrong with you? You're 35. Stop it." So anyway, yeah, you don't look at that.
Yeah. When we were coming to Sydney, we went to the lounge. I've got gold status with
Do you?
Velocity. Oh. And so Tommy and Mr. 97 and myself went to the lounge. The thing is that gold status only gets you one person
Yep.
into the lounge.
Yep.
Do you think you'd be the type of person that would be able to convince them to give you an extra person?
Yeah, you have a crack, but you need to have a story, you know, pre-programmed. Like you all need to be in on it.
Yeah, what was the
Yeah,
story that mine was a bit sort of, I was flailing a bit.
No, but it
Well,
goes because if you
we'll
then fucking pass the baton to Mr. 97, and I go, yeah, Mr. 97's our whatever he is, he's like fucking cameraman extraordinaire, and then like she goes, oh, you where's your camera? And you say something like, what? You don't have a camera. The whole
I think
story.
the reality is it's never been harder to talk your way into anything to do with airlines. Upgrades, lounges.
Cockpits.
2012, I remember when I
Good year.
went to LA.
2012.
Great year. I went to
Best.
LA for the first time, and I was so hungover. I'm going in. I'm like, I'm going to try and get into the Qantas lounge. I just walked up, and I used this excuse of, I had one of these passes. Because back in the day they were paper,
Yeah.
and so you could get given one by a PR person,
Yeah.
and you could swipe it and you get in. It's ticket into the lounge. And I just spoke to this woman. I was like, oh, "Look, I forgot it at home," and she let me in. I've tried it since. I tried it with my pregnant wife
Yep.
when we were going on our honeymoon, and they were just like, "Nah." What's the best thing you've talked your
Jesus.
way into?
Can we just touch on 2012 because it was a magnificent year.
Yeah, it's one of the best years.
Unbelievable. I don't know if it has anything to do with our age. Like Mr. 97, was 2012 good for you?
How old were you?
Well,
son?
he was just telling us he just finished primary school.
Yeah, I was starting high school in 2012.
That's terrible. Not
20
as good for you, but 2012. Just the music was awesome.
What
was the
there's a lot of
music?
Calvin Harris. Calvin Harris's album just
Calvin,
dropped.
Bounce was around.
Yeah.
I think it was 2013, but you had some rippers.
I saw Calvin Harris in Vegas in 2012.
I think we
Wow.
all were in the US for a decent chunk of 2012.
I got there
Yeah.
twice. I mean, you were
Yeah.
living there.
Yeah. Foster the People was big. Rihanna
Lamar,
was teaming up with Coldplay a bit. Yeah.
Hold up, drink.
Yeah, no,
Stand
seriously
up,
fantastic.
drink.
But
You know that one. Anyway.
I'm not going to answer your question though. But I just remembered something with my apartment.
Mate, why do you want to talk so much about the
No, because I just remembered it. Because this is what I wanted to say. So when I was moving out to go to LA, I wanted to sell all of my stuff, right? But I knew everyone in the apartment complex. Like I'd slept with quite a lot of people.
Is it true that you
wanted to
have
give
to
it
kiss on the
neutral.
first?
Yeah.
You have to kiss on the first date as a rule.
What do you mean? If you live,
Is that a rule that you have? If on the first
just
date
in general,
you have
not
to kiss.
if you live in the same building. Yeah, I mean it's ideal. You can't force it though, bro.
Yeah.
You got to get consent.
So have you gotten to? Do you ask?
Sometimes.
What do you say?
You know, I was on a date the other day and I said to the girl, I said, love to give you a kiss. And she said, that's actually really lovely. You know, most guys don't ask. And
Did
then
you ask? What did you say? You
I
said,
said,
I want to...
no, I said,
I wanna kiss
so,
you.
do you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
No one listens to this, yeah?
Yeah.
So then
It's never been bigger.
it's like, yeah, I don't even get calls from my brothers too. Dad, give me $5,000. So I went in for, because a girl likes to be kissed organically. You know what I mean? If you don't want to ask. Asking is cheating. It's like on fucking Mario Kart when you jump the walls. You don't want to do that. You want to win. Actually, take all this out. You don't want to win. That's the wrong terminology. You want it to be natural. So I went for a walk with this girl, and I went to give her a kiss, and it just wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
And then I thought, geez, I really would love to kiss her. I thought to myself, and I thought, you know what?
Wait, how close did you get? Can you show Tommy again?
The
Tommy,
back of my neck. The back of my neck was
relax.
grabbed.
No,
Okay.
don't be. No, so I was like, we'd been for a walk. It was a daytime
Yeah.
date, so it was like 1 p.m.
Tommy's nostrils are flaring.
And I'm like, I'm not going to kiss you, but I just went in like that, and she was like there.
What was the reason for what did she think you were doing?
It was a kiss goodbye.
Okay.
So you.
No, so like great
So
walk.
you
Let's
grabbed
catch up
her
again.
the back of her neck?
No, mate, fucking hell, it wasn't like
Unmuted.
exactly like that.
Do you want
like
me to come in as well?
Columbo over there. Yeah. But sometimes your mouths don't match up. So like I
just
just
a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, so it's the gulf between a kiss on the cheek and a kiss on the lips, and I just couldn't make up the difference without it being so conspicuous. So I was like, it is what it is. And then I was like, but I feel like I should ask. And then I said to her, look, I mean, I said, look, I'd love to give you a kiss. And she said, oh, that's nice. You know, it's really nice that you asked. It's really romantic. You know, a lot of guys don't ask. And then I was like, yeah. So was that a yes or? And then she, we just had a bit of a peck, and it was nice. We're actually going out on a second date.
Yeah.
So, that's great.
Actually, we've been on the second date. We're going on a third date.
And it's all going well.
Pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's good. Good advice potentially. Kiss on the first date.
Yeah. Try if you can.
Well, maybe not though.
No, you don't want to force it. If it's not feeling right.
Well, because I think
you've both got girlfriends.
I've got a wife.
You got a wife. Mr. 97, what are you doing? You still with that girl that you went on a first date
Single.
with?
Nah, single.
Yeah, cool, man. Have you had sex yet?
No.
Good for you.
Remember, Mr. 97, you don't have to actually answer
No, you
questions
don't. No,
that are
it's perfect.
asked of you.
No, it's fine. I don't mind.
No, that's fine. I'm
this
just
is
letting
great.
you know. Just letting you know. You don't have to.
What do you mean? Oh, like, has there been some trouble?
No, I'm just saying he doesn't. The
there
thing
been, like, a
about
court
the
case or
thing
some
about
shit?
young Mr. 97 is he will answer anything you throw at him, and then I'm just having the filter of you don't actually have to answer the
Well,
things.
Sam
that are thrown
Kavanagh
at you.
came in the room the other day, pointed at Mr. 97, and he said, "How much are they paying you?" And we had to politely tell Sammy that 97 doesn't work for you. So,
Yeah, good.
a bit of pushback.
But he didn't
Absolutely.
answer. It was
There's no reason for you guys to bow to Sam Kavanagh.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
seriously. This is your own fucking thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
No. So when I was moving to LA, and I wanted to sell all of my stuff, but I knew everyone in the apartment building, so I was like, I put like all of these signs up in the lift of what I was selling. Like I was selling a beanbag for $100.
What sort of beanbag was
it?
it?
Pure red leather. I bought it for $300. Right.
Real sweaty, mate. Would you get real sweaty in
Did it
there?
have an
No,
8-ball on
but-
it?
No, but it was like you could wash it. It was the best beanbag I've seen to this day, right? And like all this other stuff, toasters, fucking kettles, like just probably about 30 things. But I didn't want to put Ash's fire sale because everyone would know me and they're going to like, we're friends, let's do a deal. So I put Jake's fire sale. And I made up this guy called Jake who lived with me. So people would come around and they're like, oh, it was Jake home, Ash. What are you doing here? I go, Jake's my housemate. Jake's not here. You here to look at his stuff? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what are you after? Jake told me Jake's out. It was at the toaster? And they're like, yeah. And then it's like $40 and they're like, do you reckon you could do 30? I go, I would. But it's Jake's and he's texting me and said it's a hard 40. I sold all my stuff. I sold everything.
No, that's really. I
Yeah.
respect that.
That's so
And they're like walking through the house. It's like a one-bedded studio. They go, so you both live here? I'm like, yeah, no, it's all good. Let's wrap it up. Yeah.
Selling stuff. I tried to do that a while ago on Gumtree. You just get the worst of the worst people coming out. Had one guy bring a bunch of cash and then just try and do the 50 short, going, I'm 50 short.
Yep.
And so I literally took the item back. I'm like, that's good. I knew that he'd driven an hour to come to me. I was like, no worries.
Yep.
And then I started walking off with it. And then he magically found the other 50 in his pocket.
I think
do not fall for it. It's the wild west out there, especially the Gumtree deals.
Yeah.
Don't believe them.
I think hand in hand, the guy who does this elaborate, thing to sell them for the price he's asking, also is the one to ask for a solid discount. So if you were to go out to buy a piece of Gumtree furniture, as if you aren't Haggling.
Have you ever bought a piece of Gumtree furniture?
No, but I've sold a ton of stuff. You know what I'm doing at the moment? Because I need some cash. I've had a couple of deals just slip through the fingers. I thought they were fucking in concrete.
How did the pillow deal go?
Pillow deal's not going well at all. He's not answering my calls. He's literally gone missing.
Really?
Yeah.
You paid up?
Well, no, he hasn't paid up.
Is
So I think the
Acast
fact that
paid
he's
out?
gone missing and him not paying me, they're related. I think I've called him today. I went straight through to a different man's voice saying, leave a message.
No, he's buried his head under the pillow.
But it's a business. You could just call the...
I could turn up, yeah. But I've got...
All right, mate.
What about you?
Let's
You're up
get
to
this
date with
over and done.
with the ad payments and stuff? I know that you were waiting for some payments from your
Podcast
podcast
payment.
network.
I've got nothing. No. There's I got like $200. I might start... I'm looking at starting a Patreon tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Fucking why not?
Yeah.
Do you guys know how to set it up?
Mr. 97.
Mr. 97?
Yeah, I'll sort it out for you.
I'll get you a route. You can shag me. If you set up my Patreon, you can sort me. We'll turn the lights off. You won't even know the difference.
So the thing with Patreon is you need to set up some form of like tiers. So you're gonna have like $5 they get something. $15 they get something.
Yeah. Well, Mr. 97's in charge of, but that's what I want to do. I've kind of just got to deliver on it.
You need an offering though, is what Josh is saying.
No, that's what it will be. You'll get like a newsletter. You'll get like a fucking bonus podcast episode. You'll get a bonus story. You'll get a bonus merch, whatever. You'll get stuff. I'll turn up to you. One thing a year. You get me for an event. I just came up with that.
Well, how much do you have to pay you to do that?
That's top tier.
100?
Mr. 97, write this down. It's top tier. No, not you don't have to. I was just joking.
No, he will.
We've
He's
got
on
the
it,
audio. I guess I don't know, $50
a month.
$50 a month will get you one, like kind of essentially private speaking gig. I should charge more for that, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're spitballing here.
Yeah.
You're workshopping.
This isn't guaranteed yet. We just need to lock it in.
Yeah.
So you're
Do you know anyone doing Patreon really well?
I'd love to see the numbers. Everyone's always talking about Patreon
We can
going
see the
well.
numbers for most people.
Oh, can
Well,
you?
You
what
can
you can
literally
do
just
is-
see. Well, you can either see, okay, they've got 50 supporters.
Oh, good. Guys, I'm coming in to your office next week. I'm going to be in Melbourne for a bit.
Okay.
I want to come in. I want to talk.
Yeah.
I want to workshop. I want to know everything.
We can give,
It's very broad. Ash is coming in. Why?
Will
He
you
wants to know
mentor-
everything. I don't know.
Will you mentor Mr. 97? Would you be his
Yeah,
official
yeah,
mentor?
of course.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. I'll mentor
What is
you,
it
bro.
that, I mean, if you had some questions for Ash around life in general.
I get
Yeah.
a lot of emails from dudes wanting advice.
What do they
I'm
say?
like,
What's their number one question?
Do you have any advice on how to get into the industry? I'm like, mate, I'm still trying. Like, what do you what do you want? I'm trying to sell shit on Gumtree at the moment. Like,
And it's not even yours, it's Ash's.
Well, you know,
your
Jake's.
housemate. What's his name? Jake.
well, you know what? That was a while ago. You know what I'm doing at the moment? I shouldn't be saying this. I get sent coffee machines from companies.
Yeah, so you were, what was the coffee brand that you were talking about a lot? Makona? No, which is
Makona, yeah, they don't.
That's instant.
You
isn't
know, I
it?
love instant. Basically, any coffee brand, but no one's paid me per se. But I've got coffee machines, so I've been
Nespresso?
sent. Yeah, Nespresso, one of them.
What's another?
Another one is Lavazza. So I've got 2 coffee machines. All right, I'm selling them on Gumtree. They send them to me.
And then you
Or
flip it.
if they just have sent them to you and there's no discussion.
No, because then what I'm going to do? Yeah, exactly. So then what I'm going to do is sell them, and then just say, hey, like I've misplaced the coffee machine, and get another one sent out. So then
Yeah,
I'm now a coffee machine dealer.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Do you think you'll be able to get to the Lavazza?
The Myki at the races?
Myki, yeah.
Is that still there?
It's been
I
there
don't
a
know.
lot.
Lavat's the one.
The
I mean, if they-
Velmometers,
if
I
they-
actually know them. I shouldn't be doing that. They're actually great people.
If they're hemorrhaging money from all the coffee machines that
Can't
you're
afford the
selling,
marquee.
Yeah. Look, I just want either a wise man once said either shit or get off the toilet. And if these coffee machine companies aren't gonna shit, then
Get
I'm
off.
just gonna sell their stuff
Are
on
you
Gumtree.
the toilet?
Yeah, I'm trying to work out which one you were. You're on the toilet?
I'm happy to be in the toilet.
In the toilet or the toilet?
But I'm in the toilet with my mouth open, waiting for the sweet gold.
But then you've got a bunch of other
And
people.
I'm yelling like encouragement. Go on,
Come on.
come on. Let's do a 6-month deal, discount.
Have you ever had a deal with an airline?
No,
Yeah.
They
They
tried
seem like
to.
a hard
Hard to
one,
get.
aren't they?
impossible.
Have you tried?
A fucking oath.
What's the avenues you've gone down?
So I've done cold emails to Qantas. I came up with like a scholarship program that I said this is what you should do, and I should get the first scholarship. So I emailed Virgin with like, I'll get the email for you.
I think Virgin must get so many of these emails from Gronks because we all think it's like now Qantas they're not going to buy our bullshit, but Virgin you get them on a good day and
Richard
they're
Branson owns
they're a
it.
bit fucking buzzy on their coke,
Totally.
you know.
And
just
Branson's all about entrepreneurship.
Uh-huh.
You know, you kind of front loaded with that. I read Branson's book. Unbelievable. It motivated me so much that I did this. I sold all of my stuff in a Jake's fire sale.
Yeah.
Moved to LA. Blah blah blah. And then I'm like, I love flying Virgin. Blah blah blah.
always fly them.
Don't have any money. Can I have a 12-month scholarship? And I think one of them wrote back.
Really?
And then I emailed Qantas, and that's it. And then I became really good friends with a guy called Lynn or something from United
Real close.
Airlines. United Airlines. So he
Yeah.
was like on me, like
Oh, this is good.
yeah. It was. I thought it was going
They've
to be
got good connections to LA and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's a terrible airline though. Have you flown them?
No, but
One of the
I've flown
all-time
them.
worst.
I've flown them. It wasn't that bad.
I mean, their business and shit.
Must be recently then.
that was 2012, and it was a good year then.
Did you have TVs?
I can't remember, but we were down the back, so when it gets a bit pointy, but the opposite pointy end, which you want to be sitting at, we were down the back near the toilets. There's 2 seats, so it goes 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2 at the very back for a few rows.
Yeah.
And so me and Fitzy, my mate, were just snuggling in on each other. There was
Yeah,
no
yeah,
idiot
yeah.
beside us. That
Well, they have the Dreamliner, some of those, which is
Oh my
meant to be the
God.
one that is good for your jet lag.
I flew on it from
Yeah.
LA to New York just last September when we were there. Unbelievable. The windows are this tint of blue, and you can pump up the tint of blue, and it goes really, really blue, and then you can pump it down and just
Shit.
disappears.
This is the brand new.
So there's no
airplanes.
window. There's
Yeah.
no there's
Oh,
no
wow.
window.
But
There's no window
United's the one
shade.
that dragged the guy off the plane. United do have a bad
One bag egg.
Yeah.
Bad egg.
Yeah, right. But I'm just talking about the planes. I'm not talking about the service. I'm talking about the planes. The ones I used to fly on were terrible. It was one of the ones where, like, you're flying international. It's a long trip, Sydney to LA, and you've got to share the TV.
Oh,
those
that's
ones.
old
Oh,
school.
that's
I mean, they're
outrageous.
just 1990s planes.
You know, I was stuck in the middle on a flight from LA back to Sydney, and I was like, it was the worst seat, and it was a full flight. And I'm like, yelling at before we even take off, I'm yelling at the stewardess, excuse me, is there anything, like, you know, I've got like my legs, they're not working that well at the moment, whatever. And then she's like, no, full flight, sir. So I'm like, fuck, come on, there's an answer here somewhere. So then I tapped this dude on the shoulder who was on the aisle in front of me. Sorry, I said to the guy next to me, I said, hey, you want to swap seats? And he goes, no. And I go, all right, I'll make it interesting for you. $50? And he goes, no. $100? He goes, no. I'm like, fair call, I'm out. So then I tap the dude in front. I said, hey, you want to swap seats? And he goes, yeah, right. And I said, I didn't even offer him 50. I go, dude, I'll give you 50. Just because that's what I was going to offer you. And he goes, don't worry about the 50. So then we swapped.
That's so you had an aisle seat.
Yeah, he was an idiot.
All the loveliest guy you've ever met.
He was cool. I think I did give him 50. I said, just take it, man. Like, enjoy.
You're generous.
Yeah.
Do you piss much when you're on a flight?
Not that much.
Could you go a whole flight? Like I have gone Melbourne to San Francisco without pissing.
That's solid.
Or Sydney to San Francisco.
Did you eat and drink?
Sorry, no, it was Auckland to San Francisco. No, I was so dehydrated. So dehydrated.
Did you deliberately do that, or was just
I was in. It was premium economy, so it was two seats, and I was on the window seat, and there was plenty of room that I could have just walked past the guy.
Right.
Did you want to piss?
Nah, but I was like, you know what? Like when I got like 3 hours before landing, I was like, fuck. I don't want to piss now because I've left it so long, and so it was sort of. I was also thought it was a bit of a head fuck for the guy next to me because I think. Don't you think if you're sitting next to a person and they don't get up once,
they could have taken
during a
pills.
whole.
Yeah, but she might have thought that you got up when they got up.
Yeah.
No, you could go to sleep and you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like, I mean, when I'm sitting in the pleb section, I'm literally standing over people, trying to not wake them up.
Yeah.
Like I've done full monkey crawls across people.
Fuck yeah, it's
so
crazy.
what happened with the United thing? So the guy, you became
nothing.
chummy.
So he was then a customer when I was working at the gay bar, and then so he came in and he's like, "Oh, hey, I didn't know you worked here." I'm like, "Yeah, bro. You want a shot?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Hey, we didn't exchange. Sorry, I had your business card." I said, "I got to email you, man." Like, didn't want to push too hard on the sell, but I'm like, "Hey, I'm flying back. I'd love to have you again as a stewardess."
This is in LA.
Bit tight on cash at the moment because I'm not selling many shots. And he's like, "Yeah, cool. I'll see what I can do." I sent him this email. And I just got an email back saying, here's like, he just sent me basically the website. I'm like, dude, this is retail. What happened to the deals?
Yeah. Well, we were at Network 10 the other day, and we actually heard the reception say, "Oh, sorry, I can't give out personal email addresses." But you can email us, contact us at network10.com.au.
I just said that's not getting through.
Yeah,
that's not getting to the
Who
person.
writes back to those generic emails?
Plus, you can guess who you're trying to send an email to. They're just giving you their domain name.
At the Overlook Hotel, downstairs, I saw this sign and it says, got any feedback? Email the CEO directly. CEO at Overlook Hotels. What's the domain, Mr. 97?
I think .com.au.
Hotels.com.au. So you can email him directly. But that's them purposefully trying to go...
That's their fake account.
Well, it's probably an account that goes directly to the CEO.
No way.
That they can look at.
That goes to marketing.
Gary Vaynerchuk. You know who he
is?
Yeah,
Gary V, yeah.
So he gives out...
By the way, you're smarter than that, what you just said.
What am I smarter
There's
than?
no way that email thing is going straight to the CEO.
I honestly think...
Whether it's one hotel room...
Whether it's separate...
that's going to marketing. And then she's like...
Here's my point. Here's my backup point to the fact that it probably... I guess that it's...
I reckon they print them all out.
Email.
Hang on, let him get to his backup point.
Okay.
Gary Vaynerchuk. He
writes back.
He was on stage. We were watching him. 3,000 people in the room. Gives out his email address. And I was like, oh, that's not his fucking email address. And then Jules Lund recorded him just doing this pitch to Gary. And in it, Gary says, email this number. Email this email address. Exactly the same.
Yep.
He gives out his email address.
But is that like the equivalent of giving it a PO box? Anyone can get it. Have you got a PO box?
Sure do. PO box 2172 Hawthorne, Victoria.
How long have you had it for?
10 years or something.
That's your mum's PO box.
No, my dad said get into the PO box industry.
You mean you're going to pay for it monthly?
Is it 200 a year? Are you still paying?
I
think we pay about 200 a year.
150 a year, but Dad said, this is no bullshit. Do never get rid of that PO box because there's a demand for them. I don't know if there is.
Well, we have
a demand. Because they're physical space, they can't unless they're building more.
Well, you got property.
Post offices.
Well, yeah, I own property.
You're leasing.
I've got that box. Yeah.
We have PO Box 400, Abbotsford, Victoria, 3067.
Yep.
That's a pretty high quality.
That is good.
400 round.
What do you pay?
200 a year.
Did you ask for the number 400 or?
Yeah, you got to pick. They had like whatever numbers were available.
Yeah, you do.
Dude, I tell you what, Triple J could pick it. They've got the text line or the fucking the mobile number that you call. I can't. How can you remember that? What was the Nova number? 13 1060?
13 2410.
Yeah, well done. 97.
I mean, you were the anchor.
Yeah, but I didn't take it that seriously.
That was your second warning?
Did you ever have to use the dump button?
Yeah, fucking plenty.
Oh, because of what?
Stuff I said.
Stuff.
I'd say something and they just go, dump? You guys dump? And they're like, yeah. But the dump's got to load up. It's actually like a toilet. You know a toilet when you flush it? And it's got to save up energy. You can't flush it immediately after the second time.
We got to get 15 seconds, so then you'll go to like ads or something like that.
Yes, and it will build up again.
So.
But what were we saying just before that? No, I had something.
Triple
I've
M's number?
got a hotline for my podcast that people call 0406 284 954.
I reckon that's easier than the Triple J one. What's the Triple J one?
Can you say your number again?
0406 284 954.
Tommy, can you say that back?
284 954. 0406 284 954.
Jeez, he's good, isn't he?
I knew you had it as soon as you got the 06. 06 is the hardest bit.
Yeah. Well, I left it last. Because I was like, no, I actually took, and I've forgotten it now.
You don't need to. You already passed on to the next stage.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. But people call that. Did I tell you I did this thing with one of the dudes? I don't know him. He's a bit of like an investor in the show. / pervert.
Is this a champagne?
This is the champagne dude. But we did a new thing where he paid me $300. And we did it's called an ignore session. And so he would call the hotline. And he kept wanting to call my personal number. I'm like, no, bro. He would call the hotline, and all I had to do was stay on the line for 30 minutes. That's it. And then at the end of 30 minutes, say, fuck off, and hang up. Right? And so I'm like, yeah, sure, bro. Transfer the money, and we'll do it. So
I get an ignore session.
An ignore session. So I get the money, and I take the...
Did you Google it? Is ignore session a thing?
I didn't Google it.
Okay.
Yeah, it must be. He knows all the terminology. So then I did it in like the food court. So I'm in the food court, and I'm like checking in on him like every 2 minutes. I'm like, hey, bro, you all good? Yep. Then like 7 minutes, mate, you still there? Yep.
Do you put it on mute during time?
I'm filming this whole thing, so I've got it as evidence. If this goes to court or whatever.
So how are you using... Have you got two phones?
I've got my phone, and then I'm filming my hotline phone. It's an iPhone 3.
iPhone 3, where'd you get that?
I got it from Vodafone in Bondi. They were selling them outright for $100.
Really?
Yeah.
Tommy was blown away the other day. Someone at a service station bought a SIM card, only $2.
$2. Kogan.
Yeah, does that come with calls?
No, I'm pretty sure it's
so it sounds too sus.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so then after 9 minutes, I go, mate, you still there? And then he was like, I could hear like, I was like, what's going on, man? What's going on? And then it just hung up. But I don't care. I mean, like, I got the money.
What do you think was happening?
I think...
Be honest.
No, he's definitely wanking or something.
Okay.
Like,
you might know this. I was.
That's fair.
No, you should say Mr. 97's face was just like mouth agape then. Like, I don't want to offend you.
But $300.
It's a big bad world out there.
But that's what you'd expect for $300.
He got what he wanted. Have you seen a bunch of these LA comedians, models that are putting like these? They're blurring their feet out. They're censoring their feet, so they're not even doing feet shots. It's like they're in their bikini, or they're like there's a bunch of funny comedians, females, that are blurring their feet.
Who?
Oh, I can't remember their names. You might have seen one.
What's Whitney
Cummings?
Yeah, Whitney Cummings.
I feel like because she apparently after her Netflix special, there was like a huge increase of sales of sex dolls.
Yeah, right.
That happened. Yeah. But a girl that was on Joe Rogan recently as well. She did it too. But I've seen it. So not even people that are through that kind of click, but there was other people. I think it's becoming a thing. Blur your feet because there's creeps out there.
No, absolutely. Because you are.
There's also cash as well. Like if you hide them, then
100%, mate. No. Again, this is no word of a lie. So that guy calls himself Josh. It could be you, Josh. So we didn't talk for like a month because I told the ignore session story on my podcast, and he was like, "That was really disrespectful." I'm like, "Fair enough." And he said, "Never talking to you again." I'm like, "Fine, fuck off." Right? And then
which is exactly what he wanted.
He loved it. He got that for free.
Yeah, free.
Yeah. Exactly. He finally got the fuck off. And then he comes back to me saying, "Hey, can I buy you dinner tonight?" Because he loves buying me dinner.
As in, not him physically being there, but sending you cash.
He buys you like a fucking
so he sends me
card or something. Or?
I just always say I'm buying dinner. Usually I am buying it, but like I say, it's more expensive than what it is. So when was it? Last night? That was last night. I said transfer $50. And he transferred the money, and I've just got to send a foot pic with the food. So I had to do that last night.
So what did you order?
I went and got wraps from Soul Origin at Bondi Junction because they've got a deal after 4 p.m. They just have like a closing down sale every day, and there's like Jake's fire sale basically. So you've got like instead of paying $10, which it is usually during the day, it's 1 for $8, 2 for $11, or 3 for $10. Can you believe that? Yeah, I know, right? 3 for $10. I'm always shocked. So I go there every day purely for 3 for $10.
What
The
do you
lady
do
who
with
runs
the
it
others?
is an idiot. Huh?
What do you do with the other two?
I eat them all in one night.
How big are they?
It's a proper buffet. Like you'll have a good time. Like you can stagger it out for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
it's good. You get wraps, but sometimes you get there and all the good stuff's gone. I'm furious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pissed off, but you still get involved. It's 3 for $10. You're not beating that.
No.
There's deals everywhere. It's great, really great food court. But go there after 4. But it's weird because there was a new girl working there the other day and she didn't know about the 3 for $10. So I'm like,
So you're educating her.
So I go in there and I go, what are the deals? And she goes, well, 1 for $8, 2 for $11, and then I go, and 3 for, and she goes, 16. And I go, just a little bit wrong. It's actually 3 for $10. You're new. And then she's like, sorry? And I'm like, she's like, thinking, I'm crazy. There's a lot of crazy people in the food court. And I'm like, no, let me introduce myself. Ash, I'm VIP. And look, I know your boss. I know it makes no sense, but it's 3 for $10.
Do you know the boss's name?
Susie.
Because this is what I was talking to Tommy about with the Virgin Lounge thing. I felt like I needed more details on processes and people's names. So then I'd be at least be able to rattle them enough, say the right people, say, hey, I know that you meant to do X, Y, and Z in this case because of where we're, but I didn't have that information. So you know Susie, so that's good.
So, who I've got a crush on, by the way. And then I just said to her, look, I'm not going to tell Susie. Okay, this is between you and me. You're new. The last thing you need is a warning. I'm not going to say anything. Let's just ring it up. And 3 for $10. And she's like I'm speaking a different language. She's it's 3 for $16. I'm like, let's meet in the middle. 3 for $14. And then no, I said 3 for $13. She said 3 for $14. And I said that's fine. 3 for $14. So I mean, I'm haggling at Bondi. I was talking about the Indian markets. Yeah.
Do you haggle much for things?
Not only things I believe in.
Electronics.
Nah, because I don't know enough about that.
What has wiggle room? Hotels, I don't really think have.
Yeah, you can.
You reckon?
You can say, hey guys, you remember Dick Smith, like at this time last year, did a whole campaign of call up your hotels. Don't use booking.com. Don't use Expedia.
No. I'm saying, but even if you call
But if you
them.
call up, you did it the other day. You called up the place where you and Amy were staying and said, hey, and they put in free breakfast.
No, but that was, I got in that. So all I did was call them and they told me a deal that wasn't on the internet on these other websites.
And
it was literally.
push.
I didn't push it all.
Okay. Oh, well, that's...
I've never put, but if you went to, one of these big fucking things, the Shangri-La or something, as if they're going to be like, mate, I'm not paying that. I want this.
What about in Vegas? Like, it's very common in Vegas to give a bit of a tip, and they'll give you a better room.
Really? But then you're paying for it.
No,
it
but you're not. If
defeats
it's
the purpose.
fucking $10, if you're giving a $10 tip,
$10 tip if you're
or
at the
a
Hard Rock
$20
Cafe, you reckon that's a thing?
not a Hard Rock Cafe. That's
So
actually like a one of the nice hotels. Have you done that before?
The W.
The casinos, if you're checking in, you give a tip.
My point is, I think the hotel industry is probably one you can find a good deal, but bargaining down, or maybe like a 2-night thing, but you end up paying, right? Clothes shops, I reckon you can ask for a discount. Electronic stores.
Clothing, you would go into a fucking Just Jeans.
And say definitely
over
maybe not
hotel.
Just Jeans, general pants, something.
But what are you going to say?
Oh, is that the best price on that one?
That's the key.
Well, so what you're asking is it on sale or not?
Yes, exactly.
Also, that's too long. Just say what's your best price.
Best price.
Yeah, or actually, the way you ask it's not bad. Is that your best price? Because that's more like saying, I expect better of you.
So what is the person then... I mean, if this is the reality of what they can do, if a hotel can say, look, I could probably give you this rate for that room, are they... What are they doing?
Everything's bullshit, isn't it?
Well, that's why you're questioning the world now.
Well, you know what the biggest bullshit is? Coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think you can haggle for coffee if you've got only... I've only got $3.
No, but
and
if you
$3.
go...
Coffee's so expensive for how much it costs, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying, Ash?
I did...
Did did the math.
Well, no, this is arguably one of my first ever stand-up gigs. You've got to do a talk in year 11 at school, and I was like
a TED talk.
5 minutes on anything you want, and people were doing like the Olympics, Kieran Perkins, and it's just boring as fucking snooze fest. Just I was like, this is shit. I was like heckling, boring, and then like Mr. Ferguson's like, Ash, like you're fucking 2 weeks late. Like everyone's done their talk, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. So then I wrote I didn't realise it at the time, but I basically wrote like a 5-minute stand-up spot, and I just spoke about little things, from coffee to neighbours, about 5 to 10 different things. But one of the things was coffee, and how coffee is a rip-off. And I was explaining, there's no punchline to it, but he actually got a big laugh.
So what did you say?
Oh, mate, I think
expensive.
I was like, listen here. Coffee's a rip-off. And then I think they got a laugh. I think they got a big laugh. Easy crowd. And then I was just like, yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Like it costs like, I'm not explaining anything that we don't know, but it's always a 10 cents.
What's observational humour?
10 cents, yeah. So it's 10 cents, and it costs like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
Like again, it just popped into my head, like because I got a big laugh.
Yeah, well, it seems like you wouldn't drink dairy.
If I feel like I want dairy,
No. I've had coffee with you, and you drank about 3 strong lattes, just straight lattes.
I
cow's milk.
Oscillate between cow's milk and nut milk.
Depending on
oat.
oat.
Yeah, don't get into oat.
You're a Bondi guy. They've got every milk there.
Yeah, it depends. If I need to lose weight, if I need to trim up, I'm all on the almond. Just stay off fucking milk. If you want to lose like 5 kilo.
If I want to lose weight, I want to lose about 10 kilo.
Do you?
Yeah.
10 kilos is too much.
That is
Tell him,
quite
Ash.
a
Tell
lot.
him.
You've actually lost weight in your face since I last saw you.
No,
10 kilos
impossible.
is way too much.
Why? Can I feel?
Yeah, it's real.
You're a big unit, aren't you?
He's right. I'm definitely bloated. I had
I don't want to fat shame you. I don't want any fucking trouble.
No, it's true. Feel Tommy as well. And then...
Are you good?
No,
For a dude who's married, that's awesome.
What about... Can you just feel... 97, can you get up?
Oh, you'll be fine.
If you knock over these things...
No, don't. But if you
you
don't have a
need to-
six-pack, you should be ashamed of
Just
yourself.
pull your top up. Okay, here we go.
I'm expecting like
Just
fucking
feel-
rock hard. Yeah, that's a young dude.
Isn't that impressive?
No, you know what? You used to have that. Every 17-year-old.
I used to be 120 kilos.
Okay, everyone except you. But like, Tommy, you would have had that, yeah?
I was a stripper.
You never had a six-pack, though.
Mate, trust me, to get a 6-pack, I would
I don't
have
have
to...
Can I feel...
Yeah, I'm big at the moment. I've hurt my back. Yeah.
We're currently just...
No,
I'm just feeling...
I'm,
I mean, I was respectful. I went for sort of the upper rib, which is, I think, a sort of a bit of a
everyone's
leaner
rib's
spot.
going to feel good.
Yeah.
I
was being polite.
I do.
Just...
I mean, you got me
genetics
You got me
right.
right in the gut.
No, yeah, I went straight for the cock. No, man. Like, I think if you get over the age of 30, you got to work a bit harder to look like 97.
And so I'm 29.
Are you?
Yeah. Is
Jesus.
that old or young?
No, it's young.
Okay.
What are you, Tommy?
31, just turned 31.
God.
And
How
so
old are you?
37.
I was going to say 36. When did
37.
When did you turn 37?
March.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate that.
It's
Basically,
we're actually
right in the middle of my birthday.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to set
Can
up.
be further away from my
Yeah,
birthday.
mate.
Yeah, but I like that.
Well, 97's got a database of all of the
Guests?
our guests, and he's putting the birthdays, and so that we can do more surprise and delight. What date is it?
What date is it?
March 31.
March
It actually means a lot. I'm sure you guys know stuff about the human race, but if you remember people's birthdays, it counts for a lot. I broke up with a manager of mine because he didn't remember my birthday. And I know that he remembered one of his other talents because I saw him wish this fucking dude off The Bachelor happy birthday. I was like, you fucking dog. You're wishing him happy birthday? I'm like, I'm going to send him a fucking stiff
It
email.
feels like on the same realm of checking who's looking at your Insta stories. So.
It's the real life version.
Yeah, but not when it's like in your face. Like I just saw the story.
How much time are you spending with your manager?
Oh, enough. I thought we were pretty close.
And so going on the diet thing, I'm at peak. This is peak weight, as in the heaviest that I want to get.
Peak FC.
Yeah. What's that? Fat count? Is it fat count? Close. Peak fat
That could be your new merch, your new t-shirt merch.
Peak FC.
Yeah.
My clothing brand. Yeah. So if I want to start to lean out, I know how horrendous I'm being to my body at the moment. We had half a metre of pizza before.
It sounds so piggish when you say it like that.
Half a metre.
Cranides.
I'm sure it's
you can get
delicious.
up to 3 metres.
But you guys are on a fucking bit of a bender. It's a boys' bender.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go
and
on.
so it's been a bender for a little bit, doing a 7-day-a-week podcast. It happens.
Yep.
What if I wanted to lean out real quick? What should I do, diet-wise?
Well, have we spoken about this?
I think we probably have.
Just do the fucking fasting for 2 or 3 weeks.
But the fasting only works once. Have you heard this?
Can I? No.
No.
Just
Durham, the exercise scientist
I'd
friend
agree.
of the show.
So you told me this?
No. But I've got something completely different. This is outside of the fasting one.
You're going to say fucking eat salads and
No. Get a meal deal. I don't know why you don't have one of these.
It's called a large quarter pound.
Yeah.
No, but the meal companies.
Yeah.
What about Good
I used to
Chef?
have it,
Do you
yeah.
have a connection with Good Chef
No.
or Chef Good or whatever the fuck the new one is that every influencer's got?
No. I used to have one with Be Fit Food. You know Be Fit Food?
No, there's a
No.
bunch
They
of...
paid me for that, actually.
I had Dynamite.
Did you?
Which
That
do you
doesn't
remember
sound
that one?
good.
Yeah, well the problem was that they're
Guaranteed diarrhea.
no, it's called Dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Dynamite. Shit my pants, but geez, I got lean.
Yeah, they're consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the problem was that the soup packs, they were frozen and you put them in the microwave. And then when they would unfreeze, they'd tip over and the soup would go all over the microwave.
I really just want
Yes,
to do
they're
on
too
the
liquidy.
I want to do on this show. You could lose weight eating nothing but Nando's. You could eat
Because we've spoken about it. We
But if you-
literally
No, but if
asked
you
our contact at Nando's.
About me?
No, about
Fuck
us.
you, selfish.
We said if Josh ate only Nando's,
nothing but Nando's
for a month.
Yeah.
He'd be lean. He'd be lean.
Yeah, of course you will be. But you guys are fucking, what do you call it? Goldfish. Remember last time I was in this show, you were going to set me up with a Nando's deal?
Oh,
Did we really say?
Yeah,
I mean,
fucking
Why are you
checked
only
it.
remembering this shit now?
Well, that's why I'm here. I thought I'd come in. I thought it was going to be a presentation of some Nando's card. You guys, you were going to get me a Nando's deal?
I think they're massive. Maybe.
I can't remember.
Actually, I remember.
Sorry, I know you do a lot of shows. You've had Dickie Wilkins.
Actually-
You think you're too good for this now?
The reason I know why is was it Ben Fordham that had the chicken.
Grilled Charlie's.
Oh, is that Ben who's got that card?
Yes.
Mate, that's a great card.
It's not as good as Nando's. I'll tell you
But
right
so
now.
Yeah.
I wonder where that card is at the moment.
Well,
What,
which
the Nando's
one?
or Char Grill?
Char Grill.
No, Char Grill is, that's,
Gone out of business.
no,
the problem is there's only a
they've
few
never
of
been
them.
better. Well, there's one in Melbourne now.
is it? Where?
There's one in Camberwell. near
good
the
spot.
near Prospect Hill Road there.
Okay.
Yeah. A guy said to me, who I don't know, DM, he said, hey, come and meet me at Char Grill's Chicken and we can hang out, my shout. I'm like, no thanks.
Was it Ben Fordham?
No, it's just a random. And then he goes, oh, too good for me, eh? I'm like, mate, I don't know you.
How many DMs? Can we?
He wrote to me, he said, I thought you liked a deer.
Where's
I'm
your
like,
phone?
"No,
Yeah,
from
where's your
fucking-"
phone?
Where's your phone?
It's over there. No, it'll be blowing up.
Can we just have a look at your DMs, please?
Can we play like a DM roulette or something, sort of phone hack style?
You just swipe
Like,
through and you have to
like
press on
Kappa
one
and
and we
Mike?
get to read a little bit of it.
Okay, if we've got
Okay.
nothing else.
Yeah, well, let's finish on that. So 97's just putting his mic down.
Yeah.
We're just going to get... This is a complete rip of Phone Hacks, the podcast.
Yeah, you're not doing
Oh,
anything
no, but we're
tonight,
not going
mate,
to
'cause
write back.
Phone Hacks is a
Great
terrible...
podcast.
Well, no, it's a terrible podcast if you want to have a career, because that will ruin careers. So you get my Insta and that's it.
Yeah. So DMs. And
Pretty slow, actually.
And so what
You
we'll
can
get
see
to
my
do...
DMs.
What do you
Yeah.
got? Two?
Is-
Oh, there's only two. That's all right. That's all right.
No,
there's-
No, it's
oh,
Foot
no,
Dude.
no,
It's
no,
Foot
no.
Dude.
Okay,
It's Foot Dude. So that's Foot Dude.
Okay, Josh.
Okay,
Yeah, so
Won't
that's
give his
Foot
full
Dude.
We'll say his
username.
name,
No,
Josh.
no. You can say Josh. It's fine.
Won't give his full username.
Yeah, so...
Oh, my God. Hang
Sorry
on.
for the disrespect. Hello, Footlord. See, he's doing this thing at the moment where he said, what do you want me to call you? And I said, Footlord. Call me Footlord.
Well, Josh, the problem is... Josh,
Does
you're
it
great.
amuse you that you don't have to say please or thank you and you get a free feed?
Yeah, so now he's paying for a bill. So he paid for a parking fine of mine, actually. No, because that's a new thing we do, they're bills. So it's food and bills. But I need to present the tangible bill. So he paid for parking fines are fine for me now. I don't pay for them.
What I love is the 27 requests.
They're rubbish.
No, but
not all
are
of
they?
them.
Yeah.
Josh,
Okay,
you
here
get
we
into
go.
it. My grandmother. What's the one that says my grandmother?
I think she's not well.
Can you read? Yeah.
My grandmother carried a walking stick but hardly used it. I think she thought it was a status symbol.
Yeah, that's with regards to a video that I did about a guy yesterday carrying a walking stick. And I just said he's a faker. Someone called.
It's a power move.
Someone called the current affair.
The gift is a dick in a box.
I've seen all these. They're not good. Otherwise, I would have
Allowed them.
Yeah. Like I'm one of those guys who will go through the requests. Do you know what I mean?
Who's Kylie?
Kylie's a girl from who I've never met. That's just a comment with regards to a.
You guys ride a lot.
Yeah,
You just said, "How are you going?"
We never
Good. We
met.
ended up just going to bed.
It's just
How was your night? Who was she talking about?
I don't know. We were going to catch up. We just didn't.
Oh, no.
These things happen.
This is great. I don't
Is
get
it?
insights to this.
Are
sort
you
of
joking? Is you like that? That's so
Fuck off.
good. You're literally reading the most boring message in there. Like this is not exciting. You want a good message?
Shit. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Ash
James
Williams
Curley?
James
won.
Curley. Yeah, it is. It's James
Is it
Curley.
James Curley?
Yeah, it's James Curley.
Curlygram.
From Cash Cab.
Yeah.
Or is it? What was the other show that he hosted?
Oh, I cannot
He's hosted
remember.
a few. Anyway, do your done. There's nothing
Okay,
in
we'll
there,
do
mate.
we'll do one more just for fun. This is great. I mean, you've got a blue tick. Did that happen when you were at Nova?
No, it happened about 2 years ago.
My mate called me. He said, "How do you get a blue tick? What's going on there?" He's got quite a few followers, but he's just trying to work it out.
It doesn't matter anymore.
But what's your explanation from someone who has one?
We wrote to Instagram, me and my manager, and then I just got approved. So
Wow.
I had the email of the Instagram person.
Still got it?
I think so.
All right,
I think so.
we'll try that.
Is the whole bachelor thing that you do?
Yeah. Get out of it now.
Is it a way
Can you put it
of?
back, 97?
Is it a way of increasing love life opportunities? Because I just looked there. You're having a lot of bachelor banter with women.
Yeah. It's not about that. I just did it as a bit of a piss take, just to kind of get some frustration off my chest. Do you know when you're watching the TV on your own or something, you're yelling at the TV?
Would you
It's
be
called
good at-
Gogglebox.
Yeah, would you be good
Yeah.
at Gogglebox, do you think?
Yeah, of course, I'd be great.
Would you do it if they offered you?
I need a family. I'd need you guys, I suppose. But I mean, maybe. The money's not very good. I'd want to do an
What
uncut
do you reckon
version.
they're
I'd want to do
getting
like a more risque version.
What do you think they're getting paid?
I know it's not very much.
Do you know one of them?
Because I know Evie and I know Angie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've asked.
Yeah, I haven't got like a proper answer, but I've been told
What do
that
you
it's
reckon?
fuck all.
600 an ep.
I know it's not. I don't know. I'll get an actual number for you.
If you go and do an appearance on the Today Show,
Mm.
are you getting any cash for that?
Very little,
Uh-huh.
but I do get.
Parking.
Cab there?
Well, yeah, cabs. I get a cab,
Cab
there,
charge?
cab back. I also get free food, free coffee.
Great.
There's the canteen area.
Yeah,
But then it's subsidised, so it's like a cheaper feed. But
it's still.
It's like the Oscars lounge.
Yeah.
Buy jet ski, half
It's-
price.
And also, it's terrible in there. But like, and I remember once I went and ordered a because usually I just get like a ham cheese toasty, and then
you pay for that?
No, that's free.
Okay, I was going
That's
to
my payment, basically. So
Yeah.
then I get there, I'm like, yeah, you know the fucking drill. Like, walk in there thinking I own the joint. And I'm like do the Nova thing. I'll walk if you don't give me the fucking toasty. And then she goes, oh, didn't you get the email? And I'm like, no. She goes, oh, well, we can't get you toasted sandwiches anymore. Like, your budget's been cut. I'm like, me?
as in new person.
As in me? This is all I get. She's like, sorry, there's nothing I can do. So then
What was the email?
She goes, I can get you Vegemite on toast. I'm like, yeah, it's not as good. Get it though. And then she came back, and then 3 weeks later I mentioned it to a girl who was one rung up higher, and she's like, no, that's bullshit. I don't know who that girl was.
You just didn't reply to her on Insta.
I've been trying to find this other girl. I'm like, she goes, who said that to you? I don't know. Like,
Because that's a
I wasn't
personal
imagining
attack.
it. I don't think. It was a young girl, like a trainee. I think she was just trying to do the right thing, but she.
That's so good.
Yeah.
You've been cut. Your budget.
Have you ever
the budget's-
blown up in those occasions? Because I think I handled it pretty well. We ended up, none of us went in the lounge. So we could have 2 of us in the lounge.
Yeah.
We needed 3.
Yeah.
And so we all walked. And when we walked, I think that it was a powerful message because, don't you think? Because the lady
Yeah.
the whole time was being like, she was being very, very strong, and we were doing a lot of eye contact. And
You would have been defeated if we pay, because you can also pay to get
for
in there.
$65,
Yeah,
they were like,
no, mate, a toastie's not worth $65.
And then they said, we can
bucks.
invoice you for it. I said, do I have to pay the invoice now? I was going to do an Ash Williams. They're gonna
30
say,
days.
yeah, invoice us. Yeah. As long as I don't have to pay now. And then, boom, gone.
Why didn't you do that?
Well,
No,
no,
they
because
wouldn't.
they need payment up
Yeah.
front.
Ah. Yeah, right.
So
No,
anyway,
no.
we walked. We ended up having a shit coffee somewhere else instead.
Yeah, it's worth it if you get to the Virgin Lounge early enough.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to dress well.
You don't need to dress well at Virgin.
Here's
Have you
the
seen-
thing,
They
you
wear
go-
fucking high vis. There's people doing all the FIFO stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
in
know, but
high
you're trying to
vis and-
fucking get in there like a shyster.
But the
So
Daily Talk Show, I felt that we were all wearing our hoodies, and I felt
Actually,
that
yeah, if you're all wearing them.
yeah, if you think about the
Nah, it didn't work.
the AFL, they're all going like AFL is a partner
Yep.
with Virgin.
Yep.
And so what I thought is,
Okay.
if it's teams going in,
Yep.
we're just another team with uniforms
Yep.
going in. And that's what I was. And literally, I said that. I'm like,
The Gronk
literally,
Squad.
I said we all have the same
Yep.
hoodie on.
Yep.
And that wasn't a good
You know what you
argument.
should do on the next merch you do?
Mhm.
Add a big logo on the top.
Virgin.
Virgin.
No, I think they would just say, where
Or
did you
put
get
like,
those jumpers?
That is such a good idea.
Yeah, put.
What about platinum members? I think that's a fucking great idea.
Yeah. I think that's good.
We could do a limited run.
I think you'll see. It's Virgin.
Yeah.
And then maybe just check like another thing, just as a backup point.
Yeah.
Like Tommy, have like a backup brand, like whether it's Channel 7
Yeah.
or big like
Mercedes.
NAB Mercedes. Yeah, like
Yeah.
big
Just
fuck off thing.
Carry a ladder as well. And then we'll be...
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you had the option then of the invoice too. I don't know if I've told this one. You know when you're on the trams and you get caught without a ticket.
Mhm.
And I used to do this a lot, especially in Melbourne. And then like you get caught by like undercover dudes, and they're like so good these days. They're like the best actors in the world. And then
What do you
they're
mean? What are they doing?
Well, they just look like fucking normal people.
Mate, I was sitting, I felt like trust had been broken. I'm sitting next to this lovely woman that kind of looked like my mum, looking out the window. I smiled at her, and then all of a sudden she stood up, said, I'll need to swipe your Myki. And they actually attach the Myki onto this thing to check the balance.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm fucking heartbroken.
Yeah. I know.
We looked at each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, they're
With
brutal.
trust.
They're brutal, and they've got to meet quotas and stuff each day, so they're just like robots. And then like they're like, ticket please, and I'm like, I gave out like, fuck, it's you. Jeez, you guys are good. I was like, I haven't got a ticket, I'll be honest. Nah. And then they're like, all right, well you can either pay 80 now or something cash, or you can pay 150 and we'll mail it to you. And I'm like, oh wow, can I have a moment? And they're like, yeah, cool. And I must have gone like 5 stops. I'm trying to get back to the free zone so we can loop back around. And then like they're like, so we need an answer. And by this stage they were all on me. You know when they've got like a team of 9? So the whole 9 was on me. And I'm like, hey guys, it was like fucking the Avengers. They were all there. And then I'm like, you know what? Mail it to me. And then I gave them, I'm lucky that my address on my driver's license is not my address anymore. So I've got like a fake address that I give for bills.
Great.
So then,
someone's living there and getting that
yes,
mail.
there'll be a lot of mail going to that address.
And it still says your name on it.
But also, I'd forgotten the address because I haven't lived there for like 10 years.
So did they ask you what's your address?
Yeah, so I lived here before I moved
What's the
to
address?
Windsor. It was 52A, I think, Domville Avenue in Hawthorne, right? So I'm like, what's your address, buddy? And I'm like, 52A. And by this stage, we're off the tram. Everyone's off the tram, right? Calling it through. Yeah, Ashley Williams. And what's the address? And they're like, and I said 52.
Wait, why are you on the phone?
They're on the phone?
They're on the phone making sure that I'm not lying.
Wait, so they're double check. So they're
Oh,
actually running
They
checks.
run checks on the address to match up your driver's license. So you need the driver's license to marry up, right? So then I'm like 52A, right? And then I remember he was on the phone. He goes, "Yeah, okay. It's close. The address is close." And then I'm like, 52/1. And then he goes, "Yeah, that's it."
And so you never paid it.
I mean, I go send it through. Look forward to paying it.
Do you think that...
Where is it?
It's
What
near
happens
St.
with
like
James
the
Park.
shit-
No, but
not
what happens
the
with-
address.
All right.
What
Want
happens
to pay
with
for
the
it? Go
fine?
for it. Well, just, dude, it goes to the sheriff's. So you've got the Victoria Police, and you've got the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
The sheriff's is separate. So sheriffs looks after all that stuff, all parking
Have you
fines
dealt
and
with the
shit.
sheriffs
Yes,
before?
yes.
What do they say? What
Don't
do they do?
ever call them. I remember I called the sheriff's department to get out of a parking fine that was wrong. Like, I literally wasn't...
Why did you contact... Like, it has to go through all the way down to them chasing you before that.
Yeah, so it was like $90 for some parking fine, and I wasn't there. I mean, I was, but it wasn't. I had grounds to fight it. And then it's like, you know what? Call the sheriff. So then I call the sheriff and explain it, and he goes, no worries, Mr. Williams. You know what? That's on us, okay? Now, just looking at your account here, how do you want to pay for the remaining $5,000? And I'm like, what? He's like, what? They're like, yeah, you owe us, it's like it's $5,200. Do you want to pay for that now or payment plan? And I said, yeah, payment plan. And then I just never called them back.
You know the crazy thing, they did this, it was ran across a couple of months. They set up vans and they said to everyone, we'll 50% discount on your fines. You have to come up to the van.
My God, it's like the Oscars lounge.
Yeah.
But they did this. It was, I remember...
Excited. You are actually excited right now.
Look it up, Mr. 97. 50% off fines.
Sheriff Victoria?
Sheriff, yeah, it was Victoria, Sheriff's Department. It was some kind of scheme. Think about it. If they were to get a cash injection...
It's like an amnesty, you know...
It was like, goodwill. You come in, you pay your fine now, you'll get off 50%.
Well, yeah, it's like dobbing in a mafia boss, you know what I mean? And then you're immune.
A rat.
Yeah, you're a rat. You're ratting on yourself. But no, I wouldn't fall for that too, because that's just a way for them to ID you, and then it's swarm, and then you're in trouble.
Mate, you could get your car clamped. That's what the Sheriff's Department do.
Yeah.
They clamp.
Yeah, but mate, you know what?
Have you had your car clamped?
No.
I feel like you have.
No. But here's the thing. Why would you pay for a parking fine? Can you guys answer me that?
Well, because so you got a clean record, and so you don't owe $5,000.
Because it's...
Yeah, but then what?
Yeah, but it's
because isn't that
to
good to like your credit score and all that sort of shit?
Yeah, okay. So taking it one step further, if you don't care about your credit score, why would you pay it?
So you don't... Like, if you ever want to buy a house...
Yeah, but if you don't want to buy a house. If you just want to live...
If you want to start a business...
Yeah, but that you can put it in someone else's name. That's not hard.
Okay. Have you ever gone
get a
bankrupt?
Loan?
I feel like the answer is...
anyone who has to think about it.
No, like technically, I could easily like...
Well,
declare
it went to
now.
the other address, so...
oh no, I could easily declare it. I've thought about declaring it.
Stop bragging.
But then I was like, what if you do declare... I read somewhere like you can't...
How many debts are we talking?
It's not I don't even know. It's quite a few.
Surely if you wouldn't be able to go bankrupt if you had superannuation, which Nova would have been paying you super.
I've got super.
So you've got some
I
super.
do want to get that released.
And so this is the thing.
You can't get released.
You can,
60 years old, 65.
You can get super released for serious
hardship.
I've got a podcast to release the money.
No, you can't get your super
Yeah,
released.
well, if it's hardship, like if it's a difference between going bankrupt and not.
I don't reckon they'd let you do that. What's the point of super then? Super's forced savings for your retirement.
But if you
bankruptcy is a completely different thing.
Oh, maybe.
Mr. 97, look up what are the...
Superannuation.
Oh, no, bankruptcy stuff, because it's interesting.
Mm.
It's 5 years, you can't...
10, I think.
Yeah. No, I thought it was less.
I think it's
thought
like
it was only
8. I'm pretty sure it's
Met
8.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Met in the middle.
Yeah.
14 bucks
like even
for 3.
Even 8 years doesn't seem like a great deal. I mean, because
Who
then you
cares?
just
You're
go
not
get a
gonna-
job. If you
So you're not paying people. Like it's not a good feeling.
Dude, if you're an entertainer, who cares? If I was starting a business, that wouldn't be good for me. If I had even like a family, that would be really tough for me. Yeah, but if you don't, you're cool. You're living a good life.
I respect it. I respect
Last
that.
resort though. That's if barefoot has taught me anything.
Yeah.
Last resort.
What's that?
Bankruptcy.
TV show?
Bankruptcy.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you stress about?
Not much.
Like what are
Doesn't
some of the
sound
things?
like
What
it.
are the things?
I'll probably just rent. I don't like paying rent.
280? Did you say?
$285. I'll pay it tomorrow. And then food's expensive, man. That adds up because I don't cook.
Why don't you move away from Sydney?
Because it's probably cheaper.
What about Brisbane's pretty cheap?
Are you joking? I'd rather pay my
Melbourne?
fucking debts. Melbourne's too...
You seem like a Queensland guy, I could imagine.
Gold Coast,
that's an
for
insult.
sure.
I know that's an insult.
Burley heads.
This guy's from Queensland. At Melbourne, you're too accountable for where you're at on the life graph. You know what I mean? I feel like you just kind of compare yourself. I do anyway, because all of my other mates are here or there in their careers or their life. Sydney's good for me because I know less people and I can it's my LA, I suppose, of Australia. And then I can go back to Melbourne and enjoy Melbourne for what it is. And then, I really do want to get a job in the next year.
Well, yeah, what would be the ideal
I'd
job?
probably get back into radio. I mean, ideally.
Yeah.
I'm fucking putting the feelers out.
Who are you chatting to?
Oh, mate, we'll see. I've got a couple of... I can't say here. I can't say here, but...
Why not here?
Because you don't want to show your fucking hand. I'm not playing poker. I'm like, I got a fucking 6 and a 2.
You're not
Sorry, I was just
making-
bluffing. But like, no.
You are playing or you aren't playing poker?
No, I am playing poker at the moment, but I don't want to
You can't show your
I don't want
cards.
to show my cards. Have you heard that analogy?
Yeah, but that's as if we're competing. I don't have any cards.
People listen to this.
Okay.
Don't they listen to this? You never fucking know.
Yeah.
And
so there's deals happening though.
there is potential musical chairs.
Okay.
Like the music's really fucking dim, but we're playing.
Oh, that's exciting.
Well,
You've been.
I like that.
I've seen you on a bunch of like radio shows, like doing bits and pieces, or one radio station at least.
Oh, on Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nova's my I suppose natural home. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know. I've got a few irons in the fire, and we'll know more in the next 6 to 12 months. I feel like it's an interesting time, as you guys would know, in radio, podcasting, digital. There's a lot of fucking shit moving up and down the chain. So I think traditional radio and stuff it's so different now. You just got to keep producing good stuff and focus on. For me, it's about the stand-up's important for me because then I can kind of use that, and then if that's there, then I'll always have something to mine my stories from, a la the podcast. So the podcast and the stand-up kind of marry up well together.
Yeah.
And then the radio, that's then a lot easier if you've mastered the other stuff.
Are you doing any tours or anything with your comedy stuff?
I'm just doing spots, man. Just doing spots. I did a couple the last few nights, and I'm doing a week run in Melbourne, just like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
What place in Melbourne?
I'm doing Catfish comedy. You know Catfish?
Oh yeah, that's on Greville, is it?
I think so. No.
Catfish,
mate,
is that the one?
Tim Fitzroy. I'm not doing.
Yeah, I think it's Greville Street. They do fucking those sandwiches that have meat in them.
Yeah, it is Greville Street.
What's
So anyway,
that called?
I'm hungry,
A
but
Philly cheesesteak
You guys just had a
sandwich.
fucking meter of
Can you look
pizza.
that
or
up?
something.
I'm hungry again.
Oh, yeah?
No,
For
I'm not.
dessert.
hungry. I need something to drink.
I
yeah,
want to
sure.
come. I want to come watch.
What you
yeah.
drink?
No,
Oh, yeah,
what
yeah.
you do your
You
set.
guys
Yeah.
are into some weird shit.
Um,
And then I'm doing actually a live podcast with Ed Cavalier as a guest. That will be Saturday the 21st in Melbourne. So that'll be fun. That's a Catfish. And then I'm building up for... we're doing podcast live shows around the country, but then I'm building up for my stand-up tour, which will be the start of next year. So that's what I'm working towards.
actually, Ed's just taken on. What's
Yeah,
he just,
yeah,
is
he
he just
moved
taken
from
on
Sydney Breakfast
Yes.
to
Yeah.
Melbourne Drive on
National Drive.
National Drive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking sick. It's great on.
Yeah, of
on-
course. It's a great gig.
Yeah.
I called Husey today, actually. Just because I do this thing on the podcast where I just call people. And I
How does
just
it
Called
go?
easy.
called him. I said, listen, why haven't you put me on your show? Husey would have a problem. And he got really awkward.
Did he?
Yeah, it's so good. I've got it on audio. I wanted that awkwardness.
Perfect. The Ash Williams Show is the podcast.
Yep.
2 times a week?
No, it's
Or
once a week. I'll bring it back to 2 a week if we can get the Patreon up. If you donate.
Amazing. He's promoting it before he's.
No, I think it's
created
good.
it.
No, 97 we're doing this. I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, we can make
What
it
do you want
happen.
to do with your career? You're doing well, by the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the boys at the
No,
moment.
I'm not trying to poach you. No, I'm not fucking like
No, go
Gold
into
Coast
it.
Suns.
Go into
Come up
that.
to the Suns.
No, but he'll go into
You can
it.
speak to
Yeah,
him. You can
what's
ask him.
your plans, Sebs?
No, it's just a general, like for you as a person, like do you want to be the gun producer? Do you want to be talent? Do you want to, do you know yet? I mean, you don't have to have an answer, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I think producer is probably the way to go. I don't have the comfortability to. I don't even know if that's a word. I don't think I'm
so
comfortable
young, though.
enough
I mean,
to
like,
be like talent or anything.
But,
So,
it's too
It's
early
just
to
not-
to answer that. I've got to be honest with you.
yeah,
You know, you see where you're at in fucking 5-10 years. You could be amazing talent. So you don't close that door.
yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
I think people who don't want to be talent but have a unique sense of themselves end up being great talent. Look at all the reality
100%.
stars, not the ones.
Well, that's
that
what you want. You don't like. I remember being in radio, being a digital content producer, and fucking itching to get on air.
Yeah, yeah,
you actually don't want people like
no, they
me
don't want that.
as employees
Definitely
or people
not.
on the show.
Definitely
like the
not.
people like 97 who just will fucking do it, but he would also be happy not doing it.
100%, because then you're given more room to move by the talent because they know that you're not going to throw them under the bus, or there's a better vibe in there because you're all working for the show.
Yeah.
You want to give to people that don't ask.
100%,
when
man.
little gronks like Josh and I, please.
Yeah.
Nah,
No, that's
trying
it.
real hard.
Yeah, no, it's,
that's why we created this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it. Credit to you guys. But that's some advice for anyone coming through and they're wanting to get into the industry. Don't get your foot in the door and ask to be involved as a quasi-producer or something and go, hey, you know what? I actually want to be a comedian, or I want to be the talent. No, don't say that. You need to just tread water for a bit, and when someone asks you, then you can go, you know what? In the future, maybe my dream is that, but there's nothing more kind of unattractive than, do you know what I mean? Someone who might be like just salivating and just drooling for your job. Do you know what I mean?
You can see it, you can see it, and I'm seeing it right
Which
now.
I
Mr. 97.
Which I empathise with it because I know that's what we did, and it's that thing of like.
But we had those dreams, and so it's not that you shouldn't have those dreams of being there.
Yeah, but don't
It's
expect to do the other thing.
No, because those people have earned to be their position to be there. You know, in that talent.
It's interesting. Yeah, there's what. Yeah, I'm saying there's no. You can actually, as long as you say it to the right people. If there's someone who you trust and they're like, hey, listen, they might be a mentor too, tell them your dreams, tell them your hopes, but not like talent you've just met.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you've just got to time your run a bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Ash, you've got to go and watch that TV
It's
show.
already too late. It's too late. You guys always fucking, you were like, oh yeah, we'll do 60 minutes. We did like fucking 6 hours.
No, we only did an hour and 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
That's okay.
Anyway, Ash Williams won the number 1 on Instagram if you want to slide into his DMs.
Absolutely.
Any other final words before we finish
No,
up?
not at all. Donate to the Patreon.
That's fair. You've got to at least put the Patreon in your Insta bio.
No, I will do it. Just follow me on Insta for a few days. See if you like it. If you're not into it, then catch you later.
Yeah.
It's no harm, no foul.
Yeah, if you've listened and you've enjoyed the show.
Oh no, can they at least just do a mute? Because then you
At
still have
least
the
follow
follow.
me. Yeah, mute
Because then
me.
you just don't see your stuff, but you get the follow. So be kind.
Well, tell me what you want.
Before the mute.
No, I'll cater my whole Instagram account to new followers from the Daily Talk Show.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
we appreciate
it's a
that.
big commitment,
Yeah,
but I'm sure that the rest of my fans will be fine.
Yeah.
And congrats to you two for fucking, keeping on and going hard. You guys are really going hard.
Did you think that, when we saw you last time, we've got a new office and everything.
I want to come in next week. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to
Absolutely.
we're having like a meeting.
Yeah.
I'm
It's crazy, isn't it? Because I think that it was summer. It was a bit fucking hot.
Yeah.
It was.
It was all a bit serendipitous. I bumped into you at the cafe downstairs at our old office.
So yeah.
And then,
It's funny how
No.
things happen.
No. Honestly, you guys, you're a mixture for me of you instill inspiration and anger. So
that's a good combo. It's a real good combo.
No. It's good though. I mean it with love because it's like, fuck, man. You know what I mean? You guys are doing it and you're giving your podcast the best chance of success for sure. So, and 97, you're key to this.
Mate.
Because people like this are fucking hard to find.
Yeah, definitely.
So
we know
hard.
that.
Yeah.
So hard, especially, finding one that lets you dye his hair blonde.
That's a perfect.
It's
mix.
amazing.
Yeah, he bleached that for the show.
Yeah, right. That was for a date, yeah? You got a makeover with Joey Scandizzo, yeah?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Well, I mean, it's pretty horrible
It
now.
looks
I've
great.
cooked it.
He didn't keep the toner up.
Right.
Yeah,
What
I
happened to the girl?
You buy a puppy, and
No,
if you
so
don't
the
treat
date,
the
he
puppy
literally only
well,
went on a few dates. The bleaching was a separate thing, not relating to his dates. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the show, take a screen grab, share it on Instagram, tag up Ash and the Daily Talk Show.
I'm sure I'll get a call from my mum telling me she loved this episode because she loved the last one.
Margaret?
No, Joanne.
Oh, yeah, Joanne. No, Margaret's a different
You
mum.
picked a really good mum name, though. Could have been.
Also, I was so confident. I was like thinking, yeah, don't worry, I've got this. I can't believe I got that wrong.
Your mum's name's Lynn?
Margaret. No, it was...
What's your mum's
no,
name?
just I can't remember. No, it's Jenny.
Jenny. Fuck.
Yeah, she's a good chick. Seeing her.
Lynn, he just went his mum's
No,
name.
but I thought, for some reason, I thought that your mum's name was...
What's your mum's name?
My mum's name's Lynn.
Oh, right.
But I just thought, for some weird reason, I think that your mum's name was Lynn with an E. Because
No.
my mum's double N.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So I
no,
created quite the story.
Yeah, they were fucking wrong on all accounts. But
Joanne.
yeah, Joanne,
Margaret.
Jenny,
And Lynn.
Lenny.
Yeah,
Like
Lenny.
Leinster. Good name, Lynn. So yeah,
Double N, yeah.
yeah, like Lynn McGranger of Home and Away.
Yes, shit,
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
thought about
yeah.
her in years.
She's still on the show.
Is she?
You know, there's a new Home and Away podcast.
What?
It was just announced today. There's a new podcast. Just when we didn't have enough, and this is one we really do need to listen to. It's behind the scenes with Home and Away.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
In
really.
character?
I guess I don't know.
Or
No,
No, it's behind the
it'd be
scenes.
behind the scenes. But
funny.
anyway, thank you guys.
Great.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much,
Thanks,
Ash.
buddy.
It's a Daily Talk Show. hi@thedailytalkshow.com is the email address. If you email, we email back. That's how it works.
Do you?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.